you notice that Comey won't even say that they're investigating the leaks because he doesn't want to validate that there were leaks. Because if you validate that there were leaks, that means that what people read in the newspaper was true. And he doesn't want to do that. He doesn't want in any way, as a matter of policy, to indicate that anything in there may or may not be true. So he just won't even acknowledge an investigation into the leaks because he doesn't want to validate that they were leaks because they can't be leaks if they're fictional. Here he does this again, okay? Here Comey refuses to say that we're investigating leaks because he doesn't want to acknowledge that there was a leak, that information was real. Because anybody can go to to a reporter and say, hey, man, Barack Obama wiretapped the Trump Tower. And
I guess you could also just tweet it.
Comey will come out and say, that's not true. So that's not a leak.
That's
when
a
there
falsehood.
It's a falsehood. But when there is a leak, he won't indicate that there's an investigation into a leak because he didn't want to validate the leak. Here he is doing that. And this is important for what Comey says at the end of his testimony to Gowdy.
Simply asking you to assure the American people, you've already assured them you take it really seriously. Can you assure them that it is going to be investigated?
I can't, but I hope people watching know how seriously we take leaks of classified information, but I don't want to confirm it by saying that we're investigating it. And I'm sorry I have to draw that line. I just think that's the right way to be.
Oh, poor Trey Gowdy. He's so mad.
I'm not going to argue with you, Director Comey.
I'm not going to argue with you, Director Comey. I'm going to saddle up here and ride off into the sunset. But before he does,
I'm just going to perspire a little more.
Before he does, so Trey Gowdy ends his, and this is why that little clip is important. Trey Gowdy ends his questioning, and Comey, and I don't know if this is inadvertent or if Comey really wanted to make sure this got out there. But Comey says, can I add one more thing? And then, as far as I can tell, Comey confirms that there was a FISA warrant. We don't know this for sure yet. But it's really weird because the only thing we know is some reporting, and there's mixed reporting on this. But listen to this.
Then I'll bet you my fellow citizens are rethinking their side of the equation. Because that U.S. citizen could be them next time. It could be you. It could be me. It could be anyone until we start seriously investigating and prosecuting what Congress thought was serious enough to attach a 10-year felony to. With that, I would yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Can I just add a response to what you said? I agree with you, Mr. Gowdy. Two things folks at home should know. First, an unauthorized disclosure of FISA is an extraordinarily unusual event. So be assured we're going to take it very seriously because our trust with the American people and the federal judges that oversee our work is vital. And second, that this conversation has nothing to do with 702. Folks often mix them together. 702 is about targeting non-U.S. persons.
I think that second answer. We're going to take,
hand there.
Let's just go back just to where Comey says this. I want folks at home to know that when you leak an unauthorized leak of FISA information, we're going to take that seriously. Wait, what? I thought you didn't confirm any of these things.
Right. Too. With that, I would yield back, Mr. Chairman.
Can I just add a response to what you said? I agree with you, Mr. Gowdy. Two things folks at home should know. First, an unauthorized disclosure of FISA is an extraordinarily unusual event. So be assured we're going to take it very seriously because our trust with the American people and the federal judges that oversee our work is vital. And second,
pause it. Did he just acknowledge that there was an unauthorized disclosure of FISA?
That's certainly how I don't understand how else you'd hear it. I mean unless he could always pivot and say that he's speaking in generalities.
I can't tell, but that seems to me to be the first public affirmation that happened.
As I say, I think
because
he could still
how do
claim.
how do you disclose something that never happened?
Well, I'm sure if they follow up with him, he'll just say, well, no, I'm just reiterating that any disclosure of anything,
Except for he said
FISA,
on multiple occasions,
yeah,
I'm
not going to comment on it because that could confirm an ongoing investigation.
Strange.
No, I think he did it there.
I haven't seen anybody comment on that, so I don't know. Hey, folks, Sam Seder here. Donald Trump can kiss all of our asses. And one way he can is by you subscribing to this channel. I don't know how that works.